Guys, Mike Patrick, and in this video I want to talk about bullying. Okay, I want to talk about bullying, bullies, the bullied, and just maybe share a little bit of experience, and once again, always try to bring it home. So, growing up, I think we all have experience, especially if you live in a certain type of environment. Um, we all have, experienced a little bit of bullying. Some have experienced a lot of bullying. Um, Lately I've been trying to give more, personal situations. So therefore, for me, I didn't experience a whole lot of bullying growing up. And be honest, I don't want to in these videos. I don't want to over sensationalize, victimization of myself in order, to try to relate. So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't experience a whole lot of bullying. Um, I probably was more of a bully at times than I was the bullied. But I'm gonna talk about how both of them are interchangeable and why it's very dangerous, and why that's another key thing within our society. Period. But once again, especially in a certain community, why these things definitely have to be honed in on and worked on. Okay, so most of the bullying I experienced growing up was usually like older guys who ultimately I rocked with. They rock with me, so to speak. That's a little slang term for those who may be on this video, of different cultures. But it was usually guys who ultimately I was cool with. They were cool with me. Might have been cool with my older brother and stuff like that, older cousins and stuff like that. And you being younger, they kind of picking on you a little bit, maybe giving you a hard time. Um, I don't know. I I try to think maybe a couple times it may have been a little bit more extreme than that. I don't know. But I think about how I would do the same thing to other people as I got a little older with other kids or other guys even around my age. Sometimes, I gave them a little bit more of a hard time sometimes than now me being more mature than what was probably necessary. Because the reason I say that is because, guys, some people are more sensitive, okay? And you don't know how things affect people, especially when we're teenagers, when we're kids and stuff like that, and people are developing. You don't know how certain things affect people. So you may not think nothing of it, but that person may take it to heart, especially depending on who it's coming from. So sometimes we may have certain status or whatever growing up. You may be someone that other children, even your age, actually looks up to. So they may value your opinion. So if you being mean to other kids and things like that, that may affect those children at that time way more than you may think. And at that time, you may not give a darn because you just may be a selfish, immature kid yourself. Um, but I guess if you can go into the future, and if you are able to develop and you become more mature, that may be stuff that you may actually regret, because all these things, while it may be in the past, it does affect development, okay, and the development of people. So, with that said, I wanna, for those of us who have children, because I think this was probably something that a lot of people didn't do, when we were growing up, is if you're a parent, try to check stuff like